Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. For now, I'll be discussing with you that is new criticism. So, new criticism is revolving around one fact that everyone should do the close reading of the text. Now, what do you mean by the close reading? By close reading, we generally refers to the no author background, no author's biography, no historical reference, no linguistic things, no social context, nothing, but just the text with which we are provided. As I have already discussed one example with you, the wolf knocked the door. So, in that, I told you that there is this sentence the wolf knocked the door. In this, the wolf is standing outside the door. So, the door is the safety, we are safe inside and the wolf is outside. We don't know nothing, we don't know anything else, because this is the knowledge which the text has provided us, and we have to take out our knowledge based on this sentence. That's it. That's what new criticism says. It says that we have to just read the text. We don't have to think about what the author is thinking, what made him write this thing. If you have if you all have read about John Keats' Ode to Nightingale, if you are aware or not, then let me tell you. Then I don't know if you are aware or not about it, that why what was he suffering when he wrote Ode to Nightingale. So he was suffering from tuberculosis, but we don't have to look at that perspective, that what was he suffering from, because that's not our context. We have to see that how beautifully he has written Ode to Nightingale. What does he has conveyed in this poem Ode to Nightingale, and nothing else. We don't have to look out that, oh, he was suffering from tuberculosis, that's why he wrote Ode to Nightingale. That's why we see so much things similar, irrelevant, around his mental stability of that time. We will see these things, but with different theory. Now we are reading new criticism that says totally opposite. Now I would like to add some of the key facts that are related to the new criticism. For example, new criticism revolves around I.A. Richards, the practical criticism, which he wrote in 1929. And I think its subtitle is Two Uses of Language, or Poetry, maybe. So he says that what did he do? First, I will tell you what did he do. He was in the Cambridge. He gave some text of something, and he removed all the date, historical reference, poetic detail, and author's life. He removed all of those things and gave only the text to his students. When he did this thing, then he realized that his students who were in Cambridge University, obviously you are going to assume that they are studying in Cambridge University, so they must be having some points, but they were all finding, either they were finding something that, okay, he must have written this because of this, or he was suffering from this, that's why he wrote this, or they were just writing their own assumptions around it. They were doing everything but reading the text. That's why I.A. Richards, his full name is Ivor Armstrong Richards, he forced his students to go back to the text and stick to the text itself. He has it's like J.C. Ransom is another figure who is known as the father of new criticism. It's not like he did it, but he invented, he coined the term and influenced this as well. That's why J.C. Ransom is known as the father of new criticism. Other than that, we have some terms as well, like intentional fallacy and affective fallacy. These were given by simultaneously together with Monroe S. Beardsley and William W.K. Wimsatt. So, in intentional fallacy, it says that you can't judge a work with what intention the writer has written the work. You just have to read the work. if you judge any work, any text on the behalf of what the author's intention might have been, then it is an intentional fallacy. The same way, affective fallacy, which says that if you are reading any text, if you are watching any movie, and it is making you feel certain emotions, that emotions is not the thing, that is not the actual thing. It is in some kind, it is paraphrasing. I mean, your emotions can't tell that what the text is about. So you can't judge any work because it made you emotional, because it just strike some strings in you. That's the, if you do that, that's the affective fallacy. There is another terms which is given by Clent Brooks, which is hearsay of paraphrase. He says you can't paraphrase a poem or anything, because it just uh, it it makes the poem loses its real essence, and that's a crime, because you are not letting people study the real work because you are paraphrasing it. If you, any one of you don't know what is paraphrasing, then paraphrasing is similar to summarizing. You can't summarize a poem, uh, because how can you summarize things like there is one poem, one ode, which is written by John Keats, which is Ode to Autumn, in which autumn is described as season of mists and mellow fruitfulness. How can you describe autumn in other words that looks similar to this word? I mean, using such words like seasons of mist and mellow fruitfulness, it is like living the moment. But when you say, okay, autumn was very good, we really feel that way, then you are just uh, killing the vibe. So that's like hearsay of paraphrase. And he says we really don't have any need to summarize things because it kills the real essence of the thing. Then we have another term which is tension. It was given by Alan Tate. Now, tension is something which says that when something is there, like in the poem, something is there, tension is something which captures the, attention of the reader. Because if you are revealing everything at one point, then there is no need of reading all the work at one go. So he says the tension, paradox, ambiguity. By the way, ambiguity is most prominent work, Seven Types of Ambiguity by William Empson, and that also comes under IA New Criticism. So he says all these things are so important for a work because they all, enhances the work. And that's why you close read any work, because you get to know certain things. When you read closely any work, you get to know why this word was used here. What does this word signify? What can I understand with this word? Simply, if you ask what question from any of these things or any text, usually you are applying new criticism theory, and that's what they demand. You don't have to ask who wrote it, why did he wrote it. You just have to see that what does this work signify, what does this word mean here, what does this comma mean here, what does this punctuation mean here. That's what the motto of new criticism. Because when new criticism was, this theory was not here, then people used to judge or criticize any work based on the author's biography, historical reference, and anything that was everything but related to the poem or context or the work which we are studying. So that's why new criticism grabbed the attention that it really deserved. It spans from 1920s to 1960s, and other than that, I think that this is the most important thing that comes under new criticism, that you have to just be focused on the text, and uh, ignore all the outside thing away from this. That's new criticism. Okay, so in the next video we will be covering formalism.